Hello, Serge here. I'm on one of the back tees at the PGA Golf Learning Center in Port St. Lucie, Florida, and we had the second day of our golf school today. And I just wanted to bring you a comment about some of the things I saw today, in that we had long game in the morning and short game in the afternoon. And one of the things I saw was, we know that in a peak performance golf swing, when we take our takeaway, we have the feeling of starting to toe first and going into the catcher's mitt, toe up and up the tree. And what happened today was, once we got into the short game part of the class, we did chipping, pitching, and bunker shots. But in between pitching, we did both kinds of pitching. Pitch and runs, and kind of a little bit more of hit the pitch high and drop. Not so much flop shots, but high and they barely roll out. But all three, the chipping, the pitching, I saw the players taking the club back shut. So if they came back shut, then the club comes back and tends to open up, and they just hit these little scoopy shots. So you go back shut, and you come through like that, and you're kind of pushing the ball there. And so we still have to come back and get the club somewhat toe up. So even though we're going to hit the ball, and with the pitch shots where we're not going to let the club head pass the hand, we still have to have a hit, not a push. And I've talked in the past about a good practice aid for it is put a tee in the hole in your wedge or your chip shot, even a 7-8 iron if you're hitting pure chip shots. We're going to set up, and if I'm trying to hit more of a pitch and run or a chip shot, the weight will be a little forward, ball in the middle, a little bit farther back, goes lower, I finish slower. But the whole concept is, you can't see the white tee right now. I'm going to think of this as a gas gauge. Under my forward arm, it is on full. If I come back and I toe up, it stays under the forward arm, and I hit it and come through, it's under the forward arm. That's full. That's the gas gauge. This is full, this arm is empty. We don't ever want the gas needle going back towards empty, because that means you've broken your wrist and flipped it. So if I'm coming back toe up and holding it, notice how the face is coming up, as compared to if I go shut, I come up like that, and I can actually get into the point where I'm sticking a toe in the ground and hit these little, scoopers and just go nowhere to the right, because I'm opening the face wide up. So we want to make all our shots the same, in that just like the regular swing, in the catcher's mitt, toe up, and then come through, and I stay here. Another great aid is if we take this little stick right here. This is basically it's a bicycle flagpole. Naturally, I've cut it down quite a bit, and I just went on concrete and I sharpened up the edge, so I can take it here and stick it in the end of the butt of the club, and I put it down quite a bit. All right. Now the beauty of this thing is again, like the needle on the gas gauge, the tee, it's up my arm, and if I take a good chip shot and a pitch shot where I want to keep the ball low, it doesn't hit me. It stays on full. But this one's a little bit better, because if I break down, it slaps me, and it doesn't really hurt me, but it slaps me, and you can actually what? You can feel it go away. So your arm goes through, and that shouldn't hit your body. If it comes back and hits your body, you've released too much. So in a pure pitch and run, there'll be just a little bit of release, but the club does not pass the hands. Okay? So if all of this works, you can actually hit a pitch shot with this, and I'm going to get right here, and I'm going to get in here, and that's a nice little pitch and run right on the green over there. And you can practice this to make sure that you don't feel like you don't really hit yourself with it. If I swing, follow through is enough. If the follow through is long enough, my body will go with it. But basically, it's mostly an arm swing, and only if your arms go far enough. The key to this shot is to just imagine the shot I want to hit with the height and the distance. How would I toss the ball to get that height and get that roll? And if that's the toss, then that's the swing. If I want to go higher, then it's higher. If I want to go lower, to really hit it lower and run it, then I stay lower through the shot. And so that's the key. And after you've done that a number of times, then you take your training aid out and you put it to the full test without your aid, or maybe at least the tee back in here, and you just take it toe up